This video is all about me getting frustrated over the course of about 3 months with the generator. It's been playing up and just the struggles I've had trying to diagnose it and fix it. The big issue with the generators is actually the lifeblood of the boat. Without it, we can't run the fridge, we can't run the navigation equipment, and without navigation equipment, we're dead in the water. So it starts off pretty slow because it's some of the first footage I've ever recorded on the boat, and you'll actually be able to see a progression in my capabilities of talking to the camera, I think, but also I get skinnier, which is good. So I hope you enjoy, and I'm posting this on a Friday, whereas I've said previously I'm only going to post on a Tuesday. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to post twice a week to try and play catch up, so we're posting videos that are more in real time, because at the moment the videos we're posting are about 2, maybe 3 months behind where we're at now. Let me know what you think. Enjoy the video. So not only do we have issues with our batteries, now our generator keeps cutting out and the warning says its exhaust gas is too hot, which means that there's a restricted airflow somewhere. So I'm going to go and have a look. Hopefully it won't be too much of a fix, maybe just a filter. I won't know until I have a look. So at some point there's been a exhaust leak, which I think is choking up the air filter. I've turned it on, trying to torch around all the exhaust hoses and stuff, and I cannot see any exhaust gases getting out now. But if you look at me, I'm filthy because the engine's filthy. Look down there. That is where the issue is. I've already given it a bit of a wipe up. I'm going to have a look at the state of the air filter, and if it's really dirty I'll get a new one, and then after you've run it for a few days I will take it all apart again and see if there's fresh soot everywhere, and if there is, then I'll have to look a bit harder. So that there is the lid and the filter by the looks of it. That should be clear and white. And there's the air intake box. That should not have any soot in it at all. So I've got to give that a good clean out. Yeah, let's hope we haven't got a major problem, because I do not like being in these small spaces. They make me sore. Can anyone explain to me why we may have all those little tubes stuffed into the air intake hose? I'd say it's pretty obvious it's been a aftermarket job. It seems totally counterproductive to me. Why on earth would you want to restrict the airflow in to the engine? It'll only draw in what it wants. So if there's anybody out there who has done this, knows why it's been done, please let me know, because I've got no clue. It's about a week on since I fiddled with the generator, and we are now in a lovely creek called Broad Creek in Hilton Head in South Carolina, and the generator's playing up again. So this time, instead of asking Grandma Google, I called a generator engineer, and he said that it's probably not an exhaust leak, which is great news. It's probably the drive belt for the alternator and the water pump is slipping and creating all the dust, which is clogging everything up. So he's advised me to basically give it a good service. So that's what I'm going to do. In a minute we're going to head off into town and head to Napa Auto Parts and hope that they've got the bits, because it's just a Kubota engine and they should have all the bits. This is going to be the final segment in the drama of the generator, hopefully, fingers crossed. We picked up all the parts we needed in Nassau, and now it's time to finally put them in, because it's failed completely, and I'm I'm really not looking forward to it. It should be a case of undoing 4 or 5 bolts, undoing a couple of hose clamps, pulling it out, putting it back in, but I'm pretty sure that it's all corroded and it's going to be really hard taking the nuts off, and I don't want to shear off any shear anything off, and that's a real danger, and if it does it's going to be a massive headache, and we're nowhere near any mechanic shops or anything, and we are pretty much dead in the water with that generator. So fingers crossed it all goes well. I'll show you what's happened in a minute when I get all the covers off. So we found out what the problem was. It was a hole in the exhaust elbow. We met a lovely chap in Green Turtle Key in Abacos in the Bahamas, who just happened to be a retired lecturer in marine science. So we were just chatting on the dock and he said, oh, I'll come over tomorrow and have a look. And I think from chatting to me, he knew exactly what was wrong, and he diagnosed it within about 5 seconds, which was very good, but also very frustrating that I could not diagnose it. Once it was diagnosed, we got on the phone to the dealer in Nassau and they ordered the parts, and I was expecting it to take weeks and weeks and weeks because we were weeks away from Nassau. But the parts were there in a few days, which was really good, and it took us a few weeks to get there. So this guy, his name's Roger. Thank you very much, Roger, if you watch. We did a temporary boater's fix and it's just failed. So once I've got it out, I'll show you what we did. So if you can see down here, the white residue, I think that's salt that's been spraying around, which is no good. And then if you look back there, can you see down there? That is build up of salt that's been squirting out of a hole in the hole in the exhaust elbow. I'm just hoping that it's not all seized up and corroded. Look at this. Look at this, look at this, look at this. So it's just these 4 nuts got to undo. The hose off, and we should be good to go. I'm gonna have to take the alternator off to get access to stuff, but that's no biggie. It's just I don't like being in these little small spaces because I've got a bad hip and it aggravates my hip. Unfortunately for Lynne and the kids, we'll have power, but I'll be like a bear with a sore head for a few days because I'll be sore.
So our friends, what did they just do, Archie?
Give us 2 drills.
So our friends off Unplugged are really helping us out with this generator job, and they've just delivered some tools. They're on their way to get rid of their rubbish, which we did yesterday. So really grateful to them. It makes the world of difference having friends while you're cruising. So that's my big recommendation, is make some buddies as soon as you get on the sea. Okay, I'm gonna pass these down to Ben. How's it going down there?
I've got 2 off.
Wee, 2 to go.
One is seized, and I think it's likely to shear. So I'm going to try and drill the nut off, and I'm just at the moment just trying to work out how to get the spanner on the last nut.
It's an awkward position.
Really awkward. Really awkward.
Oh, it looks like you're uncomfortable, full stop.
I am already getting sore.
I would say you need someone of my size and your skill set to go in there to do this job.
Yeah.
You gotta, Dad, you gotta teach Mum how to do this. Dad.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, we're about half an hour later. How's it going?
I'm all hot and sweaty, but got 3 nuts off.
Whoop, whoop.
1 to go, and I'm really struggling to get a spanner or a wrench or a socket on it. So that's...
Is that because you can't reach it? Do you need...
No, it's actually one of the closest ones. It's just there's no straight access. I either don't have the right tools,
or do you need to take a part off to get to it?
Yeah.
Which makes it a whole other job, huh?
Well, looks like it's taking the whole front end of the engine off.
We don't want to do that.
No.
Are you tempted just to drill it off?
That's what I'm trying to do now.
Okay.
But yeah, so.
And you just won't put that one back on when you put the new part on?
Oh, sweaty, drippy mess. Literally.
It's alright, it's not showing up on the camera.
Good. Not attractive.
What's on?
Success. We've got all 4 nuts off. One nut came out with the stud. But that's no drama. But I'm really sore, so what I'm doing now is changing the gasket head cover. Oh, the head cover gasket. Just to change up the and if you want to have a look down here, the old rocker cover's off, and it's literally just taking this out and swapping it for a new one.
Is that a bit deteriorated, is it?
Roger took one look at it and he said, while you're at it, order one of them. And I said, okay.
Roger's our friend who helped Ben do the last, like the temporary repair.
He's a very clever man.
Very clever man. We were very grateful for his help, and all he wanted in return was a bit of water when we got our water maker going. Right, let's have a look at this problem bit that's caused us a trouble ever since we bought the boat. You right there, Hunter?
Not really. Oh man.
You're getting too old for this.
Oh, I think I've always been too old for this. So this is the exhaust elbow. So to get it off, I've had to drill it and smash it to death. So there's a tiny hole here that we couldn't see that Roger plugged up with aluminum foil, bit of a Coke can, and then clamped it all together with hose clamps for a temporary fix.
It's actually, really, it's kept us going for like a whole month, hasn't it?
Yeah. More than.
That was done like just after Christmas, wasn't it?
More than, and here's a new one. Looking beautiful.
Like, always nice to know you got this the right part.
Ever so slightly bigger.
Is it?
Slightly smaller and slightly bigger.
Oh, is that going to be a problem?
Let's hope not. So, if it is a problem, we'll be going to Nassau tomorrow morning.
To do what?
Go and get the right bit.
We had to have that ordered and sent from America.
Yeah.
From the US of A.
Did indeed. This is one of the temperature sensors.
Now that's what was being kept beeping and turning off our
water. Look at those.
Where we're at then?
It's running. It's working. I'm filthy and sore and fed up and hot and sweaty. But we've got power.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
But what happened the first time that you tried to run it?
One of the cooling outlet pipes popped off and there's water everywhere.
I was screaming
I was
at
like, turn it off! And Lynne was walking away because she had every faith in me.
Yeah, I was out the back, chilling. But we turned it off. All the water's gone in the bilge that came out. And what happened the second time you tried it then? After you fixed that problem?
So now we've got another problem. The air intake hose has perished and it's collapsing. So I've bodged that up with a few Jubilee clips or hose clamps, depends where you're from, just so that it doesn't squish, or it can't squish so easy. So we've got to order a new one of those, but that's like a 10-minute fix, I'm not worried about that. But this video's been like 3 months, 4 months in the making, and hopefully it'll all stitch together alright.
Can you hear that? There's our humming generator.
Yeah, it's lovely and quiet.
Which means we can cook, we can run our navigation system,
make water,
we can even have air conditioning if we want to.
Yes.
Luxury, okay. Well done, baby.
Thank you. I need a shower.
Thanks for watching that episode of Snowdrop Escapades. We really appreciate you. If you liked it and you'd like to support us, please hit like, share it and subscribe. Also check out our Patreon account. Link will be in the description below. Have an awesome day.